What are you supposed to do with all the price stickers you find on everything these days? Anything that you resell, it just seems like another sticker to remove. I mean, most of the time they're about as useless as a white crayon in a box of 64 crayons. But it's always best to sell new with tags if you have an item such as a clothing item, such as this one here, clothing items with tags. That's always nice. But the problem is, a lot of times the tags have price stickers on them. You probably don't want the price stickers to appear. So when do you not care about the price sticker? Well, I feel as though if the price sticker is much higher than you're selling something for, it really doesn't matter. It shows provenance, it shows that it's new, it shows that it's really new, if it still has the price sticker usually. Of course, clothing items with tags also show that even if you remove the price sticker. So if the price sticker is much higher than you're selling it for, leave it on. It makes the buyer understand that he or she got a good deal. I would say if the price is around what you're selling it for, I wouldn't put that on. I wouldn't leave the price sticker. If it's retailing for about what you're selling it for, they're not going to feel like they're getting a bargain, and you want them to feel like they're possibly getting a bargain. So I would remove it if it's up or down within, I don't know, like 30, 35, 40% of what I'm selling it for. I'd probably get rid of the price sticker. If you happen to get some new Starbucks mugs that still have the sticker on them, Starbucks, at least on their mugs, they're ceramic mugs, and I think probably all their items, they allow you to tear off the price. The price itself is perforated, but you can still leave the rest of the quote price tag on there. And that's nice for reselling because it shows, yes, this is new. It hasn't been through dishwashers and the price stickers haven't been removed. When I say it's new, it's really new, but you can tear off the little actual price. That way, the price is gone, but the sticker's still there. That's the best of both worlds. I also think that if it's a vintage price sticker, I would leave it on no matter what, like TGNY from the 60s, or, well, in this case, it would be the early 80s. I would leave that on. Now, you're probably going to sell this item for more than $2.97, but let's say it's some item that was bought at TGNY. These are like these old vintage, your grandmother's stores. They all were going strongly in the 60s all the way through, I believe, the early 80s, but I think they pretty much have been gone for a few decades now. And even if something back then cost $50 and you're selling it for $50, I would probably leave that sticker on. Again, it shows what we call provenance. It shows origin. It shows age. It shows this was bought decades ago and the sticker's still on it. And if you're selling it as new, you could mention new old stock. That's a way. Never say NOS. Buyers don't know what that means. A lot of sellers think they're saving space by putting NOS in the title for new old stock. Buyers don't know that. I would say new in the title, and then, or you don't even need to put the word new. That's a little bit redundant if the condition is new. But maybe in the description say new old stock, bought at TGNY decades ago. You can even still see the new price tag, the existing price tag from back then, but it's never been used. So I like these real vintage price tags. Now, most of the time, those real vintage price tags will be priced far lower than you're selling something for. I never let that bother me. Like if I had this Empire Strikes Back toy, I don't know what it's worth. Maybe let's just say it's worth $100. I would definitely leave $2.97 on that toy. I would definitely leave that. That seems to go against everything in reselling. You know, you want the buyer to think the buyer got a deal. Well, the buyer understands this thing is old or they wouldn't be paying $100 for it. And if they can still have the original retail store price sticker from 1984, they like that. That's not bad for a collector to have. So I would leave these types of price stickers on. Also, if the sticker price is vintage or not, if it says clearance, I would remove that. I wouldn't make the buyer see that you or whoever got it for you and your family years ago, whatever, you didn't pay very much for it and it was on clearance. Now in this case, it was originally $7 and now it's $4, and that's an obviously vintage price tag. Probably I wouldn't worry too much about this one, but I just don't like clearance items on my items. I don't want my buyers to think, uh, they just bought this for a few pennies somewhere. A few, I don't know. I don't like clearance price tags. I would get rid of all of those. I don't want my buyers to have any clue that I might have gotten a deal on this ever, because I want the buyer to think she's getting a good deal. And I don't want them wonder how, they got this for nothing. So I would remove clearance price tags. Now, sometimes getting a price sticker off an item where you don't want the price sticker, that's about as hard as getting out of a timeshare. But let me tell you about a few ways that you can do this. These are called Scotty peelers, Scotty peelers, Peelers. Sorry, I'm a recovering public school graduate. You got to give me some grace here. Scotty peelers they usually sell them as a set, and you'll get 3 plastic ones and a metal one. I almost exclusively use the metal ones. I just never have much success getting prices off using these plastic ones. Now, I know the plastics are designed not to scar up or mar up whatever item you're taking a price off. I never find these to do that. I just don't really, I really like these metal price Scotty peelers. And they come with a little sheath. You call that a sheath, a knife protector, something you put a knife in. This is a little sheath that it comes in. This is very sharp. If it ever dulls, you need to throw it away and get another one. A lot of people also use these as knives to cut boxes and open boxes and cut tape. I don't like that. I don't like that being done. Get a knife. Get an X-Acto knife or something. I wouldn't use your Scotty peeler because it's just going to get gunk all over your Scotty peeler. The Scotty peeler's job is to get rid of gunk. And if it's got stuff on it, it just does not peel as well. A price sticker, it just doesn't peel as well. I wouldn't use it as a knife. I don't think you should either. Sometimes a price sticker won't come off with a Scotty peeler very easily, and you can try a heat gun or a hair dryer and loosen that price tag, and the gunk will eventually kind of gooey up, and you'll be able to use the Scotty peeler to get it off. Now, the Scotty peeler in that case is really going to get that goo on it, and the item is still going to have a lot of goo on it that you're going to have to get off. But sometimes a heat gun is the only way to get a price sticker off. And our whole goal with Scotty peelers, heat guns, our whole goal is to remove the price sticker without removing paper or anything underneath, without leaving any mark whatsoever. Sometimes it's not possible. Sometimes you just have to take the sticker off and leave a little white mark. There is one option I'll tell you about at the very end that I also use in order to take care if I do get a price sticker off and it's torn some of the top layer paper. There's something I do to hide that fact, and it works pretty well. You probably have never heard of this before, but you don't hear of a lot of things that I'm going to tell you on this channel. So a heat gun is nice to have in your arsenal. Literally, your arsenal, your heat gun in your arsenal, literally is nice to have to remove price stickers. Most of the time, a Scotty peeler will do the job. Now, I love Ronsonol lighter fluid. I find it works wonders for many things. It gets little marks off stuff, and it removes those black wax markers that thrift stores mark prices on. They'll just mark right on the item, and your KitchenAid mixer, and they'll just mark $14.99 on just right on the item. And I find that Ronsonol is great to get stuff like that off. Ronsonol rarely affects paper because it evaporates so fast, and you have to be fast at it. But I even find that I can on a comic book sometimes where they've used one of those wax markers. I can put some Ronsonol on a towel, an old towel, and I can, put it on the towel, and then I can rub that price, and often it will come off the comic book without hurting the paper underneath. So I like Ronsonol for a lot of things. Now, Ronsonol is the best stuff I have found to remove the goo under a price sticker. So if you find you have to use a heat gun, or if you use a Scotty peeler and it's left a little goo on the item, I find a quick dab of a towel with Ronsinol lighter fluid on it, I find that it removes that goo no problem. There's even a product called Goo Away and Gunk Away, and it's got all sorts of names, all sorts of competitors to stuff designed just to remove like price sticker gunk. And I think Ronsinol works better, and I think it's better on your paper items. I think it is better at keeping your paper items from getting all watered up. You know, if you put too much fluid on paper, it's of any kind. If you leave Ronsinol a few drops on paper until the whole thing dries without you rubbing it off, the paper is going to show some moisture marks. But I find that if you put it on, do the job real fast, and take it off, I find that Ronsinol does a good job. Finally, if you remove a price sticker and it's taken off the top layer of something and it's just not good, it's not in a good place, it's on an item right on the front, you want it to look really nice, and it's just got this ugly looking top layer has been peeled off where the price sticker was, you need to get you some hologram stickers. They're wonderful. A lot of times you'll buy them and they'll have these sequential numbers on them. They're all different numbers, and I just love these stickers. You can get them in all sorts of sizes. I'll put a link to some of this stuff in the description. But you can get all sorts of sizes, and the great thing about hologram stickers is they're very hard to get off. A Scotty peeler doesn't do very well with these, and what happens is when they almost adhere like concrete to the item. So you've got the item and it's torn off some paper stuff. You can put one of these hologram stickers over like an outer box or something, and people will think this is just a manufacturing something. It's genuine, it's got a code number. They think this is really important, and all you're doing is covering up a flaw. Now, if you cannot get a price sticker off, put one of these over it. Put a hologram sticker over it. You can get these on eBay and Amazon. Like I say, I'll put a link, but you'll find them everywhere. Most people don't understand that you can't peel these off without peeling off what's underneath. And so you put these over a price sticker, and like I say, you can get these on all sorts of sizes. You put them over a price sticker that you just can't get off with a heat gun or with a Scotty peeler, and it's just not worth the trouble. Slap one of these hologram stickers over it. After it dries, and its goo will eventually kind of dry, it becomes, as I say, kind of like concrete to whatever it's on. And you're not peeling off that hologram. Your buyer's not going to peel that off and look at the price sticker underneath. Most buyers will think it's some manufacturing sticker. They'll just leave it. Other buyers, if they try to peel it off, it's not going to go well for them. It's going to peel off the price underneath. If there's a sticker underneath, it's going to start peeling off paper from the item. They're just going to realize, this thing should be left, and they're going to leave it. And this is a good way to hide price stickers that you can't get off, you don't have time to get off, you've tried before and you just can't do it. Once in a while, there are items that have the price printed on the box itself. It's weird. A lot of the Christmas inflatable items, those boxes that you get at Home Depot and Lowe's, those actually will put $39.99 on every corner of that box. I don't understand. I don't know why they do that. But the manufacturer will actually print on the box the price sticker itself. And I load it up. Everywhere $39.99 appears, if I'm reselling one of those, I put a large hologram sticker over that, and the buyer has no clue what I've done. The buyer just thinks it's the manufacturing company certifying that it's original and genuine. It works well, and they will not peel that off and see that price underneath. I guess it's possible they could if they worked hard and long enough and carefully enough, but they won't. This takes care of the problem. And this is all you ever will need to know about price stickers, and you're welcome. Hey, if you have any questions, ask me anything, anytime. Even if you think I've covered it, ask me. I don't care. I'll answer it again. Asking the question in the comments below, no problem. I answer every single question and comment that is left. So, if you have any need, just ask me. I'll let you know if I can help.